Welcome, everyone. This is Coach Jesse Rodriguez Melendez. I'm coming to you live on a Monday from New York. Hope everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving weekend that everyone enjoyed and is ready now to get back into the swing of things, right? We now have the whole month of December to prep, or not really the whole month. I take that back. We have about 2 weeks where we could really prep out so that we can really prepare for 2021. And so I thought how appropriate it would be for me to come on today and explain to you guys how I was able to create over 20 different avenues of income in a very tiny little 3,500 square foot facility. So for those of you that perhaps not might be familiar with my work, my name is again Coach Jesse Rodriguez Melendez, and I am the proud owner of the Baseball Training Institute, the Baseball Homeschool Institute, and now the Sports Business Institute. I help coaches, sports coaches, build and scale their dream businesses. And I put out a brand new course, the Sports Business in a Box Boot Camp. Welcome to any coaches that actually invested in the course. I got a lot of feedback over the weekend. Thank you for those that actually invested in the course. And I look forward to seeing some of you that even have become part of our inner circle now. If you're interested in the course at all, just drop a comment here, say course, hashtag course, and I will get the information to you about the course. So again, welcome on this Monday. How excited are we? I hope that some of you caught my live that I did on the Baseball Training Institute fan page, where I spoke to you about how to create income for the holidays, right? How to leverage the now online opportunities that we have to continue to serve your athletes, to continue to work with your athletes. If you didn't catch that live, go onto our page and catch it. It's fantastic. But today I'm going to be covering the multiple streams of income or avenues of income that you can create for your organizations, your training facilities, your teams. Perhaps if you are an organization that just runs teams. I know a lot of coaches that just have organizations and they run their teams. This is going to serve you well because you can use this as income, but you could also use a lot of this as fundraisers for your teams. Okay, so I'm going to jump right in. If any of you are joining me here live, just let me know where you're joining from. What sport do you coach? And what age group? So for us, we go from 5 years old all the way to teenage years and often, beyond that. We've helped over 100 of our students get college scholarships, and we've helped about five guys actually sign professionally. So that's a big deal for us. When we got into this, this was what this was about for us, is how could we create major impact. And now with our online programs, obviously we're reaching coaches and the youth globally. So I am so excited about what I do. I do it with so much passion every single day. Um, and so I'm going to jump right into the training. Okay. So if you are a youth sports coach, usually you start out by offering private training lessons or classes. And you can do that one on one, or you could do that, you could do that in small groups. Um, but generally, that's how most sports coaches start out. They get themselves out there, they let folks know who they are, set up their businesses. My course walks you through exactly how to do this if you're interested. You get yourself started and you start introducing your services and your expertise, usually through private training lessons. And then you can grow that into running group classes or clinics where you can do, 9, 10, 12 players at a time. Generally, you want to do that age appropriate so that it's run, so that you don't have a sparsity in the age groups. So you could do that age appropriate and you would run those in clinics. Obviously, you could do those on site, meaning they can come to your location. You can go to them, meaning if they have their own facility where they train, or they train at a field or a park or, whatever, you can actually go to them. That's on location. And then, of course, you could set up an online platform. If you have not set up an online platform and you are a coach, you are missing out big time. That's something that I definitely teach all of my coaches now. I teach them how to set up online platforms so that they're able to service their athletes online 100% virtually. Okay, it's also how I created our baseball homeschool program. Our baseball homeschool program is 100% online. If there are any coaches listening to me right now and you're interested in learning more about how to set up your own homeschools, how to set up homeschools for your programs, just hashtag homeschools in the comments section, and I'll be more than happy to jump on a call with you and tell you how I can actually help you set that up. You could do specialized clinics. So if you run like a skills and drills, or, in our case, we were baseball. So we did pitching clinics, catching clinics, positional clinics. You can do any kind of position or any kind of skill that you want to teach or drill that you want to teach, specific to your sport, specific to what you teach the youth. You can do that through setting up specialized clinics. The next one would be camps. You can do summer camps, you can do holiday camps. I actually am going to be creating a course specifically on how to run camps. We did over 13 years of camps, and each year it just got better and better and better. We would have sometimes, I think our largest camp, I used to cut off our camps at around 40 participants. But at one camp, we had close to 50 participants. I mean, it had gotten that large, and that's why I decided, 40 was a good number. But I could definitely teach you how to set yourself up for camps. Very lucrative, and also you get to serve a lot of players at the same time. But it takes work, and it takes, obviously, it's not something that you would want to do by yourself, so you'd need to know exactly how to set that up. Teams. Travel and league. Okay, if you are a sports coach, this is a big one. This is how you can start helping your athletes to compete at a much higher level, perhaps than what they're used to. And you can do that by setting up uh, uh, travel teams through your organization. Um, and you can do it so that you can, one, they get to compete, as I said, at a higher level. Two, you can showcase them for college opportunities. And three, it also helps with your memberships. If you have a facility, it's a great way to maintain your memberships. So that one brings me to memberships. You can actually create monthly memberships. You can create quarterly memberships, 6-month memberships, 1-year memberships. I used to offer generally 3 months, 6 months, and 12-month memberships. And what you include in that membership is really up to you. But again, that's something that I teach our coaches through our inner circle, how to set up their memberships and how to, how to create recurring revenue from building out your memberships. Okay. Tourneys, you can set up tournaments right through your teams. And if you wanted to set up your own tournaments, that's another way that you can create more revenue for your facilities or your organizations. You can do showcases where you can showcase your, college and perhaps your professional athlete that really wants to get exposure. But you could set up your own showcases and invite players from outside of your organization or other teams to come and partake, or just, the youth in your area, let's say in your community. Great way also to help the youth, but again, also a great way to create revenue for your organizations or your teams. Okay. Strength and conditioning programs, that's a big one right now, especially if you're in the Northeast or anywhere where it's cold. Setting up winter workouts, and that's specific to strength and conditioning, helping the athlete develop their bodies during these months. And during the off season is usually really great. You can do it in 6-week programs, 8-week programs, 12-week programs. It really depends on how you intend on working with your athletes. I helped a mental sports coach to create this type of program, and it was really mental strength and conditioning. fabulous program that she created, and we did her course, 90-day course, and she offers it to athletes, and they just, they use it for mind strength. Family training programs. If you have a big enough facility, where perhaps you have gym equipment, you can actually offer family training programs where, you can have families come in, and, you may want to hire a fitness coach for that, but you can set up family fitness or family training programs. High school and college forums, right, where you have college professionals come and share their knowledge with your college bound athletes. Batting cages, if you have batting cages or any type of sports facility where perhaps other coaches want to come in and use your space, you can rent your space. Batting cages are usually big with that, but again, if you have any kind of sports facility, you can rent out your space. So rentals to teams, corporate organizations, perhaps, you have organizations in your area that want to do events. You could definitely rent out your space for that. Birthday parties, you could, do it for your athletes, or you can just rent your space to others that want to have perhaps, uh, parties, any kind of party, but mostly birthdays. We used to host, or we used to rent our facility for birthday parties. Gift certificates. Awesome. Great way. Great, great, great. Especially right now for the holidays, you can offer gift certificates. I had a lot of grandparents and aunts and uncles and, godparents that would call our facility and purchase gift certificates for players. So that's another really good one. Gift certificates. Player recruitment videos that you would need to do with an outside source. You would have to probably hire someone who really knows how to shoot great video. They can go out on location, they can shoot the athlete, but then you can work out a collaboration with that individual, and you can create player recruitment videos for your players. How about an apparel shop or a pro shop? We used to have that too in our facility. So you can sell your own apparel. I created Armored Athlete about 3 years ago. It's our scripture inspired apparel wear for athletes. But when we didn't have, I still used to sell anything that pertained to our brand. So at the time it was TM Baseball and Softball Training Academy. We used to sell t-shirts, shorts, stuff for the kids to work out, or stuff for the kids just to wear, parents to wear, just, gear for the teams, and just fan gear is great, right? So going to the games, they're going to support the team, they can be wearing fan gear, and should be representing your brand. um, Photographs. That was another thing we did. We used to hire a photographer to come in once or twice a year. They would take pictures of all of our players, and then they would sell, obviously, the packages, and they used to give us a little bit of a kickback. I never took any of that. That I used to use as a fundraiser for our teams. And so whatever kickback we used to get, I used to actually donate back to our teams. But that's a great way to do some fundraising. Smoothies and supplements. If you have the space in your facility, there's absolutely no reason why you can't set up a smoothie station, and offer supplements. One of the things that I am now helping coaches develop is their own supplement lines. So that's something that I also am now able to help my coaches do. um, Online training programs, right? We spoke a little bit about this earlier, but online training programs are fantastic. With everything that has occurred in our lives right now, I can't emphasize this enough, guys. If you are not on a online training platform, if you have not set yourself up, you are missing out big time. Okay, and if you haven't done so, I'm going to behoove you to do it as quickly as possible. Get yourself set up online, because I don't know what state you guys are in. We're in New York, and they're already talking about another lockdown. And during the first lockdown, we didn't skip a beat because I set us up online 2 years ago. So I didn't have to figure out how to get set up online. I didn't have to figure out how to set up homeschools for our athletes, or they literally, it was just a normal day for us because we set this up 2 years ago. So I am going to implore you, please get yourself set up online. If you're needing help with that, just, you can send it, put it in comments or send me a private message. If you don't want to put yourself out there, and you don't, you feel more comfortable maybe shooting me an inbox message, go right ahead and do so. I'll be more than happy to help out. Courses, online courses. I'm living proof of that. You can create a great online course for your programs. You can create a great online course for your teams. This is something that I am now working with a different coach, and we are setting up an online course for his teams, so that when his teams first sign up, it goes through a whole training, not just with the player, but with parents as well. So like what's expected of parents, what, are the do's and don'ts. Um, and since I probably have a lot of coaches that want to know about tournaments, or maybe you're a tournament, maybe you run tournaments already if you're an organization. Let me throw out some tournament ideas, because this is another question that I get often. What kind of tournaments can I run, or what type of tournaments should I run? So I'll tell you some of the ones that we did. And these were specifically for either fundraising for the team, or as tournaments that we would run, and other teams would actually register themselves and play against our team, right? So we did both kinds of tournaments. So I did one time called the Bat and Brew. That was an adult softball charity tournament to benefit our travel teams. So what I did was I contacted a local brewery, because this was more of an adult event, and I had them come out and set up, and they did testing, like taste tests of the different types of beers that they offered. And obviously I was, very conscientious. I made sure that no one, overdrank or anything like that. But I think we charged $25 per adult player. And I think we had like 5 or 6 teams participate. And they signed up as a team, but each player had to pay the $25. They got to do the taste test, and they got to participate in the tournament, to challenge each other through playing in the tournament. So it was fantastic. I don't recall how much we actually raised, but I know it was a pretty decent number. So that would be a good one. Another one would be 4th of July. You could do a 4th of July Independence tournament. Memorial Day tournaments are always fantastic. Father's Day, Labor Day, Halloween is usually a big one. Turkey Bowl tournaments are fantastic. I did a whole training once just on fundraising for teams. If you're interested in getting a copy of that, I can definitely offer you guys a copy of that training. Just hashtag fundraising, and I will be sure to share that training with you. But it was fantastic. So I don't know if anyone's on with me here. I can't really tell if anyone's on, but if you are, and this has been of any value to you, please, please, please invite others to come and join this group. I do a lot of training. I had been doing most of the training outside of the group, but because now I am really going to be working mostly with our coaches, with my coaches, I'm really going to start keeping our stuff for expert secrets for sports coaches in this group. Okay, so please, please, please feel free to ask any questions. This is a real safe space, guys. So if you guys have any questions about anything, please ask here. Your question will probably help others that may have the same question. And so again, thank you so much for joining me here live. Remember to make it an amazing day on purpose. And remember to always stay unbeatable. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.